everyone, and welcome back to another reading vlog. Today is day one of the Reading Rush, formerly known as Booktubeathon, which I'm sure I'm going to confuse the name several times throughout this reading vlog. I have been super excited for today to come around because the last time I participated in this readathon was last year, and I somehow managed to complete all 7 challenges and all 7 books, and I had an absolute blast while doing it, so I really want to recreate that this year. That being said, the times have definitely changed as I now have a full-time job, which is definitely going to hinder on my time in reading, whereas last year I had just graduated school and so I had all the free time in the world. So we'll see how it goes this time around, but I am going to try my very best. So today is my day off, so I'm going to dedicate today to mostly reading, but also doing some of my other hobbies like writing and stuff like that. I did, however, sleep in today, so it's already 12:15 in the afternoon. Half the day is already over, but I'm not going to let that discourage me. While I was getting ready today, I did start my first book for the readathon, which is on audio, and that is The Secret Garden. It's narrated by Karen Gillan, and I'm absolutely loving it so far. The story is kind of just getting started. I'm only on chapter 3, so I'm not very far into it at all, but so far I'm really enjoying it, and I think Karen is a super good narrator. Her voice is made for this. I did, however, download it for free on iTunes, and from what I can see, there is no option to make it go faster. So it is an 8-hour-long audiobook that I'm reading or listening to just on normal speed, so I have to listen to 2 hours a day is what I'm gonna set myself as a goal for. Yeah, the only challenge that works for is the bonus challenge of reading 7 books, so that's not gonna be the main book I'll be focusing on. So the main book I want to read today is Every Heart a Doorway by Seanan McGuire. This was not in my TBR video for this. The second book was, because that works for the challenge of reading a book with 5 or more words in the title, but I was actually planning on reading this one before the readathon started. That didn't end up happening, clearly. So I figured I would just read it for the readathon, and it actually does work for the challenge of reading a book that you meant to read last year, because everyone was reading this last year and really enjoying it, and so I wanted to pick it up. But again, I never did. So here we are, finally reading it. It is pretty short, so I don't want to set myself a goal of how much of this I want to read today. But if I was to, I'd say I want to read all of it today. I mean, I just jinxed myself, but whatever. Those are my reading plans for today. I am going to go eat lunch right now because I'm pretty hungry, and then I am going to just get to reading. I wanted to read outside today because it's my day off. I haven't had off in forever, but of course, it's raining. So I'm just gonna have to make do with reading inside. What can you do? Anyways, that is all for right now. I will update you guys in a little bit. It's now about 2:30. Hopefully the rain in the background isn't too loud and distracting, but I know earlier it sounded like I was really salty that I couldn't read outside, but after I said that, I was like, what am I talking about? I love the rain, so I decided to pull up one of our fold-up outside chairs to the screen window, and I've just been sitting here for the last hour reading my book and listening to the rain, and it has been a really pleasant experience. I also had to change my outfit because yesterday, I'm not even kidding, it was 90 degrees and my makeup was literally melting off my face. My foundation went back to its liquid form. I'm not even kidding. So today I dressed for the summertime in shorts and a tank top, and now I'm sitting out here and I had to change into jeans and a sweater because it's stinking cold out. And I am not mad about it at all because I hate the summertime. I'm all about the fall and the winter and the sweaters and all that jazz, so I am very happy right now, not gonna lie. Yeah, for the past hour I have just been reading Every Heart a Doorway, and I am on page 90. I'm on chapter 5, and I am really enjoying it. I don't know why I avoided this series for such a long time. I think I had a misconception that I thought that it was closer to middle grade or on the younger side of YA. Turns out it isn't, and I'm really loving it. If you don't know what the series is about, which you've probably been living under a rock if you don't, but just in case you don't, I too am a rock dweller. That wasn't meant to be offensive. But in this book, at least, because I haven't read any of the other books and I know that they're like prequels and stuff like that, but in this book, it's basically about the children who have gone to other worlds, like to Wonderland or Neverland and stuff like that, and we follow them in a school that they try to like come to terms with the fact that they may never get back to those lands that they wanted to go to. And it's super interesting. Like, I knew that story ahead of time, but I didn't really know exactly what to expect from it, like what the plot and stuff would be, because that's like more of a setting. But I am pleasantly surprised by this book, and I think I'm also going to use this for the challenge of reading a book in one place the entire time, because for the entire time that I've been reading it so far, I've been sitting here in front of the window, and I'm more than halfway through it, so I'm planning to just carry on reading it and finish it in a few hours. So yeah, I really hope the rain has not been too loud in the background. My luck, it probably was. Okay, so it's now a little after 4 o'clock, and I just finished Every Heart a Doorway, and I really loved it. I really don't know why I didn't think I would like this book that much. I'd also just like to say that this pimple on my chin keeps bleeding, so that's why it looks like I like smeared my lipstick or something. But it's not, it's just a pimple. Anyways, I don't know why I didn't think I would like this book, but like I had it on my Goodreads TBR for a while, and then I ended up taking it off for some reason, and then everyone raved about it, so then I put it back on, and now here I am really loving it. I like literally just finished it, so I feel like I haven't fully processed my thoughts on it. I'm not really sure what rating I'm gonna give it, but it's definitely either going to be a 4 or 5-star read. Probably just 4.5, honestly. The premise and the plot of this book is really unique, at least for me personally. I know I've never read a book like this, and the characters are just some of the most lovable characters I've ever read about. And especially because this book is only like 170 pages, so the fact that you can get so, or at least for me, because I know it takes me a long time to get invested in characters or a story, and I was able to do that within 170 pages, and it was just really good. Like I said, I haven't really fully processed my thoughts on it yet, but yeah, this completes 2 of the challenges, the challenge of reading a book that you meant to read last year, and also the challenge of reading a book in the same spot the entire time. So yeah, 1 book down, 2 challenges done, 170 pages read. I'm feeling pretty good about the first day of the readathon. And I think I'll probably take a little break from reading for a couple of hours just to kind of process my thoughts on this book, and also just to do some other stuff. And yeah, I guess that is all for now. Hi guys, so it is now day 2 of the reading rush. I just got home from work, so it's like 6:30 at night or something. I have a little bit to update you guys on. So I didn't actually end up reading any more yesterday. I ended up watching Toy Story 3. I started it like 2 weeks ago, and I watched the first half of it, and then I just got busy and I never watched the second half. But I'm going to see Toy Story 4 tomorrow, so I figured I should probably finish Toy Story 3. It was only the second time of me watching that movie. The first time was in the movie theater literally 9 years ago. So I watched the second half of Toy Story last night, and I cried for a while, so that was fun. Then this morning while I was getting ready, I listened to a bit more of The Secret Garden. I think I'm on chapter 4 or 5 now. Have not gotten as far as I thought I was going to. I'm not sticking to that 2-hour a day rule. But then on my way to work and on my break and stuff, I read Carrie by Stephen King. I didn't read all of it. I started Carrie is what I should have said. I'm actually up to page 90 in Carrie. And I don't know what to say about this book. I feel like my thoughts are all over the place. Because this is my first, like, Stephen King novel, and I've wanted to read Stephen King for such a long time, and I'm, like, such a big fan of horror, there was, like, this overwhelming pressure to want to love this book. But like I said in my TBR video, the concept of it isn't super interesting to me. Like, this isn't my usual choice of horror. So I kind of went into it thinking I wasn't really gonna like it, but, like, I'm kind of into it. He does have very good writing, although it's, like, just as good as a lot of other authors that I really love that don't quite have the sort of reputation that he has for just being this really amazing writer. Maybe it's because he writes horror, I don't know. And while, yes, the story isn't super interesting to me because it isn't my type of horror story, there is something about it that makes me want to keep on reading it just to see what's going to happen. So yeah, I'm only 90 pages in, but so far I'm kind of enjoying it, and I look forward to, like, picking it back up again and reading it. So I think I might read a little bit more of this tonight, but I'm also considering picking up Down Among the Sticks and Bones, which is the sequel to Every Heart a Doorway, just because I loved that book so much. So I'm gonna see what I'm gonna do. But yeah, that's all as far as reading that I have to update you on. I'm wearing my Hogwarts sweatshirt. I bought this at Ardene the other day for like $5 and I'm so happy with it. It's like super comfy. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna have a coffee. I might do some writing because I was gonna do that yesterday and guess what, I didn't. And I think I might sit by the door again like I did yesterday and just read there for a while, or maybe I can read outside. I don't know, we'll see, and I'll update you guys later. So it's actually the next day now, and I meant to end this reading vlog last night, but of course I didn't, so we're just gonna pretend like this is happening last night. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading vlog. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!